we are not going to save the country by being quiet. And pages such as this one, you know, if you're not interactive for fear of whatever, then the reach won't be as wide, because already, you know, page wadi kalampakari. The page is clamped, and some other people who are in opposition, their pages have been restricted. They can't go live, you know. So the whole idea is to clamp down on opposition pages. Kula tuchita report ama page yesu ukweba ti ture tukana or turela the hate speech, and then ama page yesu bala ya clampa olo bala tupoka access ya kuya live, so you can see ngama pa Facebook ama page ya le trending is ama page yabo aya ba UPND. But if you see by UPND, they are very interactive on the keyboards vali shiba system if you're bomba. So the system works by interaction. So you have to be interactive in the comments, say something, so we can reach many people and follow what is happening. So we are talking about the Simfukwe case today, and the Simfukwe case where the accused murderers their charge has been reduced from murder to manslaughter, and they have been given bail. So this is a problem, guys, because in Zambia right now, people who are on civil cases, just a civil case, they are being denied bail. Is this fair? Is this really fair for a civil case to be denied bail, and a murder suspect, his charge is reduced from murder to manslaughter? Now, what is the difference between the two? So they say murder is unlawful killing of another person with intention. So I think this fits those Simfukwe killers. So that is murder. An example of murder is a person plans to kill someone and carries it out. Shooting someone during a robbery, mamona, that is murder. First degree murder is premeditated. Second degree murder, unintentional but not premeditated. So yes, so for me, I think the Simfukwe killers should be charged with second degree murder, because it was not intentional, but the beating led to his death. So that is what they should have been charged with, second degree murder. This is my opinion. Definition of manslaughter: unlawful killing of another person without intention to kill. Key element: no premeditation or intention to kill, though the act still leads to death. So for me, why I say Maria Zaloumis should be charged with the second degree murder is because she is a nurse. Maishwa. Maria Zaloumis is a nurse, and she knows that the nurses are trained. They are well trained, like the dangerous parts of the body. If you are hitting someone to punish someone, kumu makumatako, then you are just beating someone to punish somebody. But where you are beating somebody kumutwe, where you tie somebody in the wrist to cut off the circulation, you know, like abantunga badefo kuipaya bala putula fya maris sapa. Umuntunga defo kuchitako kuipaya babula fya night. In night ba putula apaparist. Mwamuna epa abama main arteries aya senda blood. So apapeni apapa area apapa maristi opo ba mukakire na mu video mulia umulumendo inoki ale papatati muankakishanka kurudeni kwa mwamuna. And this is why tulela ndati uyu Maria Zaloumis should be charged with murder in the second degree, because one, she's a nurse. Mwamona kama umuntu fye usha abamu healthcare tasambira panapa kubachi if you're my health ama body organs and whatever, but that is an area ngole umuntu kumutwe. What do you expect? If you're beating somebody in the head, what do you expect? If you tie somebody's wrists to stop blood circulation, umuntu afwa, and then is the you know, how can you? So we are just saying this is injustice, number one, because that woman involved, she is a nurse and she knows that tying somebody muma wrist can cause death. She knows that umuntu kumutwe can cause death, and it just means that if the guy, the young man died from internal bleeding and he died. So that is on the other side. Kurubani Rumbi, you know, he was beaten and he died from injuries. And the person whose house where this murder happened is a nurse. Now they have reduced it to manslaughter. Manslaughter is like killing somebody during a sudden fight after being provoked. Mamona. So I don't think that Mulumendo ya Enoch aile kudia mkushita provoke abe nivanganda chale ipitilafye. The story is the guy Enoch was going somewhere. So it's not that Enoch went there to go and fight them. You saw the boy Enoch. No. I don't think Enoch kaile kudia mukupangoluburi. No. Whatever the story was, he didn't go there to go and kill somebody. No. So for me, I am just saying, wow. We have proof. Tulamieba lyonse okwebati Zambia is a banana republic. Somebody waipa omuntu murder aichita medo omuntu because this woman, she's connected to top government officials. The charge is reduced from murder to manslaughter and they are out apatuli bali panse na babapera bail. But ukutukana fiensere hate speech tawipe yo muntu ine pano balantukana. I'm insulted day and night. Valungu, we have seen Chela Tukuta. Did you see the clip here kwa Chela Tukuta? Chela Tukuta continues to insult and verbally abuse ECL in death. He is scot-free. But where is Ethel Chisono today? Where is Why Me? Many people are in the jail for just uttering. Ukulanda fya mashiwi. Bali mu jail na beota kudi. You Zambian judges, mule kwata koninsoni. Mwandili ya bena Zambia, get up, get chila muntu lembe shenyu kuvota. Twami papa atabena Zambia. Lembe shenyu kuvota. Sendeni ama NRC na ma voters card. Please people. Ero tukuvotera pakufunya po utekobu. Independence 2.0. We want Zambia to be free from dictators who have even compromised the judiciary. Ukula kanya abantu kula bapela amabeo. Inselefie nene one banantukana panu. Chela Tukuta, for example, is supposed to be charged. Right now as we are speaking, Chela Tukuta should be charged for hate speech against the late president. If ilelemba Chela Tukuta, I can't even repeat. Yeriama shiwi, ayalelemba Chela Tukuta. Tetinja wekishepo, I can't. We have all seen what Chela Tukuta is saying about the late president. And if you have not seen what Chela Tukuta is saying about the late president, go on his page. Chela Tukuta should be arrested like yesterday. It is an insult because Chela Tukuta works for the president. He's directly under the president, Chela Tukuta. Bali muwesha ala tulamumona ala pitana na fima kamera okudi bakateka bala musenda. Ewingala lemba mashina yalia. No one, not even if it's Chela Tukuta or anyone, no one should be saying such things about my ECO. Yesterday, Twalikwanya, how many months? 4 months. The ECL is not yet buried. 4 months we are counting. And you people, the UPND Nabakabesha, you are carrying on normally. Like everything is normal. If you are to me about UPND, you are legalizing criminality. You want to make even wrong things to be normal. Even in this thing here, Lungu, it's abnormal. It is criminal to keep Lungu unburied. It is criminal. But you want to legalize criminality, no Upuva. We should accept you holding Lungu. Actually, the UPND government, they are holding Lungu family hostage. Yes. This government is holding the Lungu family hostage there in South Africa to accept the conditions of UPND in order for Lungu to be buried. Shame on you, UPND government. You are such a shame. It's a disgusting behavior. It's disgusting behavior. And we have to talk about this thing where Lungu is lying in a morgue for 4 months and you want to normalize it. By UPND, you are carrying on business as usual. But a former president is lying in a freezer there. A former president is lying in a morgue while UPND, you carry on business as usual like everything is normal. You want to normalize criminality. You are holding the Lungu family hostage. That's what it is. And you know what? When this UPND leaves government, we shall have a commission of inquiry over this matter. Who was responsible for holding Lungu family hostage to bury Lungu? It is criminal. Mwera Kabako, when the time comes, we have to open a commission of inquiry why this UPND government held the Lungu family hostage in South Africa for 4 months and counting in order to stop them to bury their dead how they want. It is a crime. The family must be left alone to bury their dead how they want. The government should not interfere. So this interference of the government on the burial of Lungu, they should wash their hands off of it. 4 months is enough a long time. Okay, how do you want to prove that the family will not budge? By UPND, let me ask you. Because 4 months now, Peter. So what more proof do you need? What more proof do you need to show that the family won't allow you? Let me push her. Mwema praise singer, mweba le Tasha. You praise singers who are clapping to this crime that is happening to the Lungu family. It's a crime. Because they are being held hostage there and being given conditions. But government won't allow them. Because the government wants to bury Lungu how they want. Like the government, it is a shame on you. Yes, Tuku. There will be a commission of inquiry. Just know that. Commission of inquiry, and we are going to find out the culprits in charge of holding the Lungu family hostage there in South Africa and not allowing them to bury their dead. It's not a duty of a government to bury someone. The only duty that the government has to bury someone is an unclaimed body. Umubiri, badaba kwati afwa, tapali wa bruru, yes, then it's a duty of the government to bury that body. But in this case, the Lungu family is there with the remains of their loved one. So why is the government holding the Lungu family hostage? Actually, it's no longer an impasse. Apatu Africa number, it's not even an impasse. It is the government now holding the Lungu family hostage there in South Africa. We will talk until we are blue and black movements. We shall talk whether we are blue or black. We shall talk until the cows go over the moon about this issue of Balungu, why the government of UPND is holding the Lungu family hostage there in South Africa, refusing them to bury their loved one. That's what it amounts to, because Badikana, for 4 months, Badikana, Badikana. So, what else are you going to do to force them? Because after 4 months, it should click in your heads by UPND that the Lungu family will not budge. But Lungu family are not going to budge to your demands. So, at this time, since it's 4 months, and it is clear the Lungu family will not budge to your demands, you are actually now holding them hostage. Because by government, government should wash their hands and say, we tried to give him a state funeral, that should be the normal thing to do. Government, if we are samba Balungu family to Ayesha. 4 months, we apanomba. It is time to call a spade a spade. But government, no matter what arm twisting, whatever tactic you will use, whatever negotiation the government will try to do, the Lungu family never can. So leave them alone. Now you are actually tormenting them and holding them hostage. Twogomba ba president yandi batabesha twomibomba lwamikupa amu batuhere bolungu family bayipumbekere muntu wabona mobalatera balekeni balungu na family yabo bashiki omuntu wabefo balefwaya gamubalega ba UPND a family yabo bazike muntu wabo mboba yanda twomibomba kashinga nalanda mufitundu finga. Let the Lungu family bury their own how they want. You are actually now tormenting them and holding the family hostage to bury someone. If they're hiding something, it's up to you. Nobody can question you. No. My dad died, I buried my own dad. Our family buried our own father without interference. But we had support. My dad was a politician. He was a public person. We buried my dad with his support of the community and government and friends. But the family, we did everything. Our friends, the public, the community, they supported us. Nombe vivile chika kuliba UPND mwandini. I don't know. It's just now you are torturing the Lungu family and you are holding the Lungu family hostage. It has to stop. I think that's the main thing now. But the thing is this the case of Enoch Simfukwe is another thing. But Enoch Simfukwe, let the man, is it Simfukwe? Yes. The murderers, Ababa, Enoch Simfukwe, they are out on bail. But Aba Tukana Fiensere, Badi Muma jail. So, I don't know what you can say. But it's a banana republic in Zambia. We are fully confirmed in Ombokebati. We are in a banana republic. Mwai mwena. Otherwise, I have nothing more to say. You know, it's boring. You know, it is boring to talk about the same things, but we will continue talking. Whatever bad thing will happen, we continue talking. We continue bringing it up. We will not give up because we are almost there. You know, we are almost there. By UPND, they have turned Zambia into a banana republic. That is for sure. You know, the justice system, we can't trust them. If you are in opposition, just know that and they'll give you maximum sentence. So we are in a banana republic. Yes. There is more confusion coming in from Tonse and the NCP. For me, I can't really comment on these confusions between PF and Tonse. All I can say is we just wish this Tonse can resolve their problems. And we want leaders to stand up and be leaders, you know. You cannot claim to say you want to be a leader, but you are not acting like a leader. We need to see leadership so that people can rally behind you. Even when you are on the ballot in 2026, people are going to say, "Chen to vote the chite." Now we have all these wrangles in Itonse, and we don't see any leadership. We don't see any bold decisions. So how do you expect Zambians to give you a vote to lead a nation where you need to make decisions for 25 million people if you can't decide for a small alliance of less than, is it how many, 15, 20 presidents? But Tonse, if you are leading an alliance, leaders in Tonse, I mean everybody, let us make decisive decision for Tonse, because we are banking on Tonse to take us to 2026. They did it in Malawi. I believe the idea, even the name, was stolen from Malawi. But I don't think in Malawi, what is happening in the Zambia Tonse, it was happening in the Malawi Tonse. In Malawi Tonse, Vali Katana Bonse. There was no infighting. Everybody knew their role. If you are a spokesperson, you are a spokesperson. You can't be calling meetings as a spokesperson without liaising with the Secretary General and all members of the board in Tonse. You know? Bashon Tembo, what is he doing? What is Bashon Tembo doing? Because he's a spokesperson. The duty of a spokesperson is to deliver a message of the board of Tonse. The Council of Presidents in Tonse, they need to be giving Sean Tembo instructions. But Sean Tembo is creating instructions for the Council of Presidents. What is that? Inshitanayi pwa time injindi jamana no wantu. Nako ifelile, we need people to be decisive in Tonse. We need people to be decisive in Tonse. And if it means to dump that Tonse and create another Tonse, another group, maybe Tonse, Wonse, Kaufera, Amoho, whatever. If people need to ditch Tonse and go to another alliance, let them do it. Because you can't work together unless you agree. We are wasting time. We can't work together unless we agree. These wrangles in Tonse have gone far too long, and it's time to cut the ties. This is my opinion. It is time to call it what it is. Maybe it's time to cut ties with Tonse. Let everyone go their way. Let the people who agree stay together and form another alliance where they can lead Zambia, because opposition need to be united. Right now, in the UPND, Baleshana and Dombolo, they are dancing, Ijingande Baleshana, by UPND number, singing all the drama in Tonse, Baleshana, Dombolo, Baleshana ma dansi ya boya kachinga baitatishan. They are happy to see all this confusion in Tonse. Baleshana paso ba UPND. Ngabamona fe drama yafuma mu Tonse. Baleshana baletana toast, popping champagne because of the drama that's happening in Tonse. It is what they want. So number leaders in Tonse. Namu Bible, what is that Bible saying? Which says if your right hand causes you to sin, chop it off. It's time for people to bring out the knife and chop off the problems in Tonse. Move on. If someone is clinging to the name at name letereshineri, mufumeni mokapangeni amashina yenge mucharo. Tonse, Bonse, Amoho, whatever, Kaufera Fitundu Tuakwata Finger Mzambia, 73. We have 73 names to choose. 73 languages to choose a word meaning unity. Kuchuma wamfefe nenchi sungu. Instead of Kwacha, instead of Uka United Kwacha Alliance, you can take it United Zambia Alliance Uza. Create a Uza. Twende bane. Let's move. We are going to 6 months before we dissolve government. Hey. Let's go to Uza. Pachentu pangefe Uza. United Zambia Alliance Uza. Tuapapata. Let everybody who wants to remove by UPND jump on a United Zambia Alliance Uza. Amashina yengi. But that Tonse is compromised. We can't have, the opposition fighting. They were fighting in Uka, now they are fighting in Tonse. What kind of nonsense is this? Mukasanga tuakuma election with this confusion. Haka India kabwele lapo ndemye mafi. I am not registered, but all my relatives are registered. And all the people who want to remove this banana government are registered. So my voice is more powerful than my vote, because my vote is only one. But if I can convince all my relatives and all the people who are against injustice to vote, then my voice is more powerful than my vote. So kalembe sheni tuapapata. Ichichi Tonse chisheni. Leave this tonse thing before we give the opportunity for Hakainde to kuwerera po. Aleshan Hakainde so ngamona fe confusion mutonse ayambok shana Hakainde. Aleshana nakachavinga kako. Twapapata. Move. Tien, let's move. Let us move to something else. Let's move. Let's move mwebantu. Tien to sell momudide. Panga ndafe na ngumurelwa wali upa kuchumbo. Even if you're in a relationship, you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, yonse kuladwa. Umbia kepa yomunangu. The red flags are there. In Itonse, there is no peace. The sign is written on the wall. Okay? Even a baby can see that there is no peace in Tonse. Time to move on and stop trying to fix something which you can't fix. Move on from Tonse na papata. Mwe want abate mwene peace Muzambia. If you want to kufunyapo e banana republic ile tuteka. Fumeni mo mutonse. Tetimula edward yonse. You know, every day there are problems. Mwalande fi maido kwa bukefi. Awe. No. Let PF and all the well-meaning presidents in Zambia who want peace to move away from Tonse. Mwari wechiwanda mtonse. Chilechi nechiwanda ichini mtonse. Echali na kuuka bachisendere. Mwamona. They didn't solve anything by moving from Uka to Tonse. They didn't. You know. They didn't solve anything by moving from Uka to Tonse. Now it's even worse. So there is a common denominator. There is one common denominator. Uleleta confusion. And I think you all know who that person is, because you know Uka is an assembly of distinguished men and women. So these distinguished men and women, why can they call a spade a spade? Why are they hanging out in Uka when they know time is running out? Why? The question is, why are they hanging out in Uka when they know time is running out? So imamulefo haka India kabwelelepo a question no bandemi pusha. Let us just be honest and call a spade a spade. You Uka Council of Presidents, why are you not moving away from Tonse? Because you moved away from Uka Kwalema problems. Now those same problems have found you in Tonse. So your agenda is to be creating confusion so that you can't start planning on how to start mobilizing for this 2026 election. Uka is supposed to be talking about this Bill 7. They don't even have time to address these critical issues which are happening in the country. They don't have time. Because they are engulfed in dramas about meetings, you know. When the key reason Uka is Tonse is supposed to be there is to offer checks and balances and make sure that the people are geared to vote. All the anomalies that are happening in KCZ Korea, we are supposed to be working on that as Tonse. A united opposition, they are supposed to be working and making sure that Korea is a defeat fili wino. But takuli urechi tefyo. Muri busy kula chochi se mutonse mudia. Be serious. Be serious. Because ama Zambia zopo bafikire. Baka vota na nguli pansho mkono no baka vota. Ndemye bafye. Muka papa. All of you in Tonse mukapapa Zambia ni wake mafie baka ye vota na pension konono mukashala na mudabwa. I am telling you, because you are not being serious. Watonse mwafumine kuuka mwaisa kutonse. We are 6 months away from the election. Nothing tangible is happening. Abantu baleisa. Me personally, I am tired of this drama in Tonse, and I am ready to move to the next person who seems to be caring for the future of Zambians. Because I think some of these people, they are just caring about power. I want to be president. I want to be president. That's all they care about. Eh? They are not caring what is happening in Muchalo. Right now, we should have held the press conference and condemn everything that is happening. Eh? They are supposed to be putting pressure so that the judiciary can allow bail for these small civil cases. But do we see that from our opposition? No. They are not doing any checks and balances or fighting for the people. But every day you wake up, the whole news is viral about the fights in Tonse. We are tired. Me personally, I am tired. And I'm done talking. Nalanda na push. So apaine ndelo lilafe. Ngani basangwa konkaya. I'll just go ngani kuri basagwa. We join forces na basagwa or anyone else who's willing, who have the interest of Zambia. Yes. Opo mfikire nombaini. Because we have been waiting for these Tonse people. From Uka, they were dramas. From Uka, kwesa kutonse na kokuri drama. So me, I'm ready to jump on it. Sangwa. John Sangwa is not involved in any of these dramas. So me, I'll jump on that bandwagon. Yeah. Shale Muleru Okokwine Kutonse, you are not being decisive. You want to fight and fight and fight. And even because sometimes Kula fights, after Kwaba fights, you see a resolution. You know. Abantunga barwa muna kwali uruburi fish fiach tikatawe ni finefi. Nomba mairo barwa, buriya bushukubarwa, chire yafe. Eh? Mwakula afye every day without reaching a non-canny. No. Go ahead by NRC.
How fishing get from Rwanda and any bonus that I think or now Naraka no Kuranda on Karusha, Zambia, Chirin. Because the Monative now San Kanomba. Our PF, Enanga Pangomlandu, Ukaka, Bayu Pienta Kakwa. Maria Sara, Tavari Fair. So about Tamba of an Alphabutoro Kamonomba. So to a pay a chance, Yara Quanesta Abonave, Nakasanga, but because we Ravati, Papampando, Rachinja, Eva faced by Carapa, if we were paying the 1 number 7. Intreping Mirando, Roma Court, my judge was a killing tray carafea. I like family I know Kirayala on for Shani 50. When why me was a Beo Valley Filo was I in a Varicana, Bagam with Varican. But it was a Varican, but Usanga to do because the secretary watch pan Basumino Kumsani Beo. Why? Be fair. If you are leader. Don't look at Yahweh because our PF, our UP and Ya. We are packet. You see, so for now, Karatama of a cool not senior.
Cool and Besha, Fima, or what Muleta Mbako Bampanga and the Pamushi Conse, tell your people to register to vote. Inga Moema to Kalatamba of Baka Wella Ponishi, Iringa Bawella for another 5 years, Tapa Zambia Katrishoko Ikapel. If you give them another mandate. So we are saying, Katuleta Mbabati, let us register to vote. Because Mukulando Kukwine, Natubakanya, Bill 7 ingali pita, but you know why Bill 7 diapitida? Because of talking. So if you think Mutulela and Abantubalela and Yubalanda, Twa Amashiwi, Yaika Tanapamo, Bati Navafideka. But if you talk about Muletamba, yes, Muletamba with action. Come and advocate here, Mwalande, in a voice, and Wantamishi, when up to Ramatu Mamumish. abantu bawumfe fyo mulelanda
alobera bati kyalengere abantu balekondema no ba PF amagadas. What about you in a number if you're sticker? You see? Randeko fiance mulandu randeko wena waimya bari kaka bashimba kambwi babeke tenshina barwara bashimba kambwi kalira neno kulanda shimba kambwi tawali wino situation yo bari mu bashimba kambwi yabo beo bari fira fe kwa saini bashimba kambwi bari kana maishi bari but for now ngawa 2026 awe shi bashata power fair
tabaka wine bonse nga mwaima mwayale mbesha mwabene mwaifyenga. We all have to fine too late echo njishira mkulanda pano fine nifo tuwalanda na pakufunya mpo aba PF mlandu wakadarism tuwale landa abantu bali mine baya mkuvota so na papene takuri kuikala fenga mwaikala fe bakapita ndemye bafye because ngama election inga yale isa ingatamwire mkuvota balabe na wale mkuvota baivotera nishi bapita imwe mwashala pesa you become nowhere and the life no bakata kwa inenkashinya pano nkarasha nafye nga bapita ba UPND na ma politics inkaleta because nishi abantu ba nabatemwa ukwebati ba efo ba echefo bali bateka because if people are upset about the way baleikala bafile balembesha tuma enara tuma voters kadu kuya mkulembesha umuntu no umuntu uli wonse ku image tinta ngombe kuya mkulembesha. Yes, but Mary, God is watching, but we have to do the rest. The gift for Zambia is that the election is coming. Elona ipala maili apaso. So homework ya bena Zambia is to get your NRC and voters card and remove these people. Nama judges kumo. Abale sumi yok fiengere shabantu. The Zambian judiciary gotta be changed. Once as soon as the government changes, na Zambian judiciary have to go. They have showed us they are compromised. But election ile isanga twice aba winner landslide yama judges monsataba tena ngufimo because kukabo ku winner fefa kwachi ku winner fya kwebati ni landslide. They can't do anything if it's a landslide win. Nangu kuriga, you can't rig where abantu bonse naba kuvotolora. It's difficult. So
ndawe pusha inenje ndefo kupusha kwa vekula president wakaende chile ushe lintu abantu abavoteri dai mwana wavotera abantu banabwero bwezali baisa nkubwesha revenge yabachulire for 5 years
na nawe nefyo ntonton kanyanti limbi baisa mkuchita revenge era kuli ulele mbati mainza from your name. Yes, abantu abapala mashina yobeiwe eba kwete peace mu Zambia. So and that's what we don't want. Tatulefaya abantu abakwete amashina ukula kwata peace ero bambia mashina yambi bekele kumunga wefafu effort tatulefaya. We want everybody to be at peace in Zambia and enjoy to be a Zambian. That's what we want. We mainza chorwe kumva fe kuishina lyobe. Yes, you are at peace because of your name. But you want to bambi bakwete amashina yambi na bali mu ma problem mu Zambia nenchitofe tabaka isangi. That's why nomba na bamumbi pili mulandu wa imwe ba UPND efyo mulechita bamumbi pili bali mu ma problems kulia kayaka ojo wakalikire because of you ba UPND. Because some people will not think ukwebatawe chentu chitefe butu tuleto mulinganya, let's do unit. Some people will want to do exactly what you are doing, and this is why people are going into problems because of trying to show you what they are feeling, you know. Okay, twali bakonde mama mumbi pili filefyo barandire but bantufye palasi kuti wanaka wati no kuti na inewine let me make them feel filabale mpishamo na bena na inewine bala chimona apo abantu opo bafikire and the UPND should be worried. Uko mfailia audio yaba mumbi pili UPND and the well-meaning Zambian should be worried. Abantu bafuyira okuyingirira bamumbi kuti balelande if sure. This is now bordering on national security. Now if a high-profile person can be preaching that tribalism, ng'omuntu fye. Olwo abantu abakitafollow bamumbi piri bawunfafiria. Tefya aletere nkondo kumalande fifini. Ifya akweba chimulenya ntirire emitundu shimbi. Nomba shiri emitundu na shena. Nga shaye bati tuwanaka na ifewe ne mwala chimona. Olofirefya alandire bamumbi piri. Other tribes can be like, why are you saying that? They start attacking nomba bamumbi piri. Ne mitundu shi ya balumbwire. Because kuli mitundu shimbi, tashiri involved muri ififile chitaba HH. Kuli fyo mutundu umu. Kuli umutundu umo 73 tribes, 72 tribes umutundu umo. Basenda ba HH muma tribal issue yabwaya. Ero nomba kuli ba mumbi piri fira twa umfuire. Kuli ba bena balelanda northern na eastern. Nomba mu northern and eastern mwabe mitundu yinga. Ero nomba abambia bashi batonga. Nga bayima na bena. Bayimina ba mumbi ukwe bati ba mumbi ngefyo mulelande efyo. Mulele taka patrula Mozambique. Efye nkondo shambe fo shambire kumanani huko. Because our tensions are boiling. Abantu balalanda lyonse, tensions in Zambia are high. We have never been so divided. Tensions are high in Zambia. So pano fweba kwata kwa ama platform kula kosele shafi abantu unity kuba tawe tetule lande fyo. Pantu kuchumwalete nkondo mu Zambia because already tension ili high. Mumone ili ya tepu yali kingine ya bamumbi. Nomba lero tuwabuko oluchero. Whatever bachita nani kani baba pera manslaughter, reduced charge, and they have been given bail. So how do you think whatever to bafyengere shabade umfashara tumwamone efya tulandefi na futi fya chikarelo. They don't care by UPND. And that's why it will be difficult for them to hand over power because now they shiva timina ndushika bakonka. Ngabali konkere jeje banda pakusundi omuntu mukanwa. Inga abazambia bakamuchita shani ulio waipa ya enokusifu. Ikapite nangu 2090 bakamukonkera. I'm telling you. Ero na 2090 tabakafikeko. So that's it in anaka. Fuma news if you feel depressing. I'm done talking.
Abafo now kwa fema Zambiani. We katana vijapamo. Atapera futi another chance. Hey, tukarira. So mama Zambiani, please for now, tuibukshati ishtama campaign. Valesa, vali shokunyengera. So be careful. Open the eyes mama Zambiani. Use ka blangata. Wakala mnyengera nomba we kashitefi nefi ama MP ama kansela zepo wakamoneka for now baisho tishaya paramina
kofi poka fye mwafilia mwashi wapa kuvotera nguli pancho nkono ba sam iseni ku TikTok ngamlefa kujoina HH no bufi. So don't tell me that I made you to vote for HH. HH alibepera abantu bonse. Aisha na 10-point plan. Nina no shasu minimally 10-point plan ile walete. We all believed in his 10-point plan. So don't come and tell me here. Eh? Kebeba HH atiba HH mutu bepere. Umuntu wa mibepere obufi mulefiro okuyamwe bawise mukweba inati ne wa bepero ne I made you vote. I made you vote because we were deceived. HH came with a fake 10-point plan, which he has failed to deliver. So don't come here with some kulanje but I made you vote. When you are bepero bufi yena tamulemwewa. Nishta mube pusha ba HH atinisho wa bepero bufi ywe. Atuka kuvote. Tabao chelengande kwa jini chisengo wala nilati wa bufi. Vali mo chelengande. And this is the problem in Zambia. As long as we continue to believe in lies and run away from the truth, we'll never get anywhere. Problem now, do I have instruments of power? Have I been in a government? I'm not even PF. I am not even PF. I've never been PF my whole life. Zambia it's a spiritual warfare. Because there's this spirit of people accepting criminality. Nachilanda in the beginning, Balungu family is being held hostage, Kuria. Ku South Africa, and the whole country is quiet, 25 million people. Eh? Why aren't people upset about my church once? Women's rights organization, why can they protest, write letters to say, please, let the Lungu family bury their loved one? It's 4 months now. Bonse balizi? Mbabadi mibika mtu wotolo bonse? Mwalirowe kwa bonse? Mipshelero limbibali milowa. Bena Zambia, bishebali miloro ni chinshi. Ififile chika kuli Balungu kulia tenomo. How can Balungu be in a mortuary for 4 months? Abena Zambia mule celebrate like normal, like tapabe fya chitika. Tuwali kwa techiliru echikalamba sana. Ama chechi wali kuisa bonse. Isha mfumushiri kuisa. People can't stand up and tell Bahaka Inde to say, fix this. Why can't people tell Haka Inde to stay away from the Lungu family so the Lungu family can bury their loved one? It's 4 months now. He's holding that family hostage, Kuria. It's not normal. Zambia is under spiritual attack. We need to pray. This month of October is a big month because this is the month we got independence. Yes, if he is very stubborn, one man cannot be stubborn, more stubborn than 25 million Zambians. Why Mulatina Akainde? Why Mulatina Akainde? He's just a president who got power democratically. He's not a king who was born on the throne. He's not. You know, in your heart, in your closet, pray and ask God to take the fear of Akainde. All of you men of God in Zambia, where are you when this crime is happening against the Lungu family? Where are you, men of God in Zambia? Eh? Chiefs of Zambia, where are you? It's too much. 4 months umuntu alikarafe kuriamu munani kani. Bari musunga. Mureri obwari like business our man. You know what? Lesanga, you know, if people don't speak, akaenda kuti apita na general election hii. Ndemyeva fye yama Zambia ninga tabaka imyama shiwi to condemn ififile chitaba akainde pali family yaba Lungu bahaka inde badia kuchi wabutamna mu 2026 elo muikairisha nyabe na Zambia, because God is giving you an opportunity to stand for the right thing right now and condemn what Hakainde is doing to this Lungu family, holding them hostage. You are all quiet, Muzambi. Bahakainde nga bapita mu 2026 mwikesa niko mfapo muntu akalande akairishanye, because apa mulefiro kuirishanya palufyengo lo balefyenga balungu kulia. It's a crime. Keeping that family over there, and you are all quiet. The council of churches, whatever, chiefs, whatever, human rights organizations, you are all quiet when this crime is being committed against a former head of state. Bahaka inde baka pita mu 2026 elo niko mfapo muntu akairishanye asibahaka inde bapita shani, because when Lungu's body is there for 4 months without burial, you are all quiet. So you will talk when Lungu is voted back. When Tonse Alliance is fighting day and night, the squabbles among the leaders whom we hope to form government, you are all quiet. and you expect to remove HH when the same people who are supposed to lead you in a battle to remove HH balerwa. Atishani, Mokwaye, you said something?
No, I was just saying, like, it's in my language in Lozi, what is happening about this Lungu situation and the government and all, we call it in my language like Kimitolo.
Yeah.
It's a taboo, like, I can't even imagine, I don't know.
Imagine.
Someone can go to sleep with clear conscience, knowing that that man, let's even forget that he's the head of, he was the head of state before. The man is lying down there for 4 months. I know political somebody wants to score, but there are just certain things you don't do them politically. You just let it go. Traditionally, culture, African, as a Zambian, put yourself in that position. Would you want your body to lie there for 4 months? Denying your family, giving you the right burial they want as a family, as traditional. Would you want to be in that position? I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't my father to be that. I wouldn't my mother, not even me. So I don't know what the end game for HH and the government. I don't really know. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. What is happening in Zambia, it's even way over dictatorship, way over monarchy. I don't know what is going on in Zambia. I'm not in Zambia. I understand your frustration, my queen, about Zambia not saying anything. But at the same time, I think let's cut the slack for people back home. It's not easy to live in Zambia and to criticize the government. We can do that because we are back here in the land of the free. We can criticize all we want. But people who are back there, then the churches, the NGOs, women, human rights, it's not easy. This to criticize the government while in Zambia, you are getting locked up. So I'm sure there are people who would want to speak, but they're scared. They're scared to speak because with this cyber law and all that, I don't know how to call HH, but I'm sorry. He's a cruel man. I'm saying this because I'm out of them. Probably if I was in Zambia, I was not going to say this, but it's just sad. It's unfortunately. I don't know. But come 2026, I'm not seeing how Zambia can remove HH from government. I'm not seeing that. Not that I want him to win or he's the right person, but it's difficult. It's going to be hard. It will have to take brave men. People will go to jail to remove HH from that seat. I mean, we need brave people, but at the moment, the opposition is so disorganized. I don't know. I'm not seeing that happening. I'm not, really. I'm not. I don't know what can be done, but I'm not seeing that happen. Anyway, I'm going to work. Sorry. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, ma'am.
Need 2 months. You know, that's the thing. That's why I'm upset. It's like you can't challenge him on a barrier of Balungu. Surely, how are they going to challenge him in an election? But Honorable Brian, you can come in. I am quite Mabomben.
You know, I don't really some of these things Monday to a double no double. Milan Rushimosho is some Padoni and then Vapera Avantu Peo. Meta. Something that, you know, there's an abuse of state of power at play. And you cannot expect these people to manage our elections and get us a democratic, fair and free and just elections. Because in as much as in our cases are very revisit to say no because our chiringo kufichi tatawachiwapo or balandi the few so and so we just change everything or to perena beya 20,000. You know, in as much as you want to look at it to say what is a straightforward thing, but they are just breaking a law. A meta case you cannot grant someone a bill over a versus.
Bakesaka, Kwandimanani, who's that? Is this Nimamali Atishan Piri, Gilbert Piri? Ba DPP, ba public prosecutor.
You know, sometimes they are running this country as if it's their bedroom, number one. And two, they think that they can change anything because the instrument of power, it has gone through his mind. It has twisted his brain and he has tasted that power is sweet. And he thinks where he is there is ruling forever, in short. But one thing he shouldn't forget is that there were people before him. Zambia was Zambia before he came into power. You know, in as much as in sometimes I even tell them, these people on my platform, especially on Facebook, I tell them, just keep quiet and shut up. Go and tell your same man to say is the first person to be issuing.
No, you know, Paliba Mumbipiri, my brother, but I never leader. Fidia, if in a panotate, I can't start preaching if you're paraphilia. I'm a leader in Quata. No, Babantunga Bambo, Quipayana, Nishiwalenganina. You know, even if people are feeling that way, fide umfika ba mumbipiri. Like umuntu ngaipa yomuntu, na wete tuwe wipa yomuntu, pantu yomuntu na ipa yomuntu. No, two wrongs do not make a right. You know? So the matter of Mumbipiri is very sensitive because she's a leader. In the Yariamari Maxi, kuti ande yabushe nkondo, efo nkondo kurwanda yambile fi. You know?
They were issuing out the same remarks.
Yeah, but Chela is a nobody. Kutu mwachita compare Chela na Mumbipiri. Eh?
So, but you see, it is always a matter that comes about. It is a voice. That does not really to say you are having a position. That's what really.
No. Na mwishiwa. Apo peni apo. Opo tuwala lufye chalo. Mwamona. If a person uwa ukwete omupando ukalamba techi alela ndafilia ngabadi kunshia bapala chera tukuta balalande because you can't put chera tukuta palepo imona ba mumbi, you know. No, mwishi mwana alufia abantu nga mwamba okulanda chera tukuta lalande fi nga ba mumbi na bena balanda. No, ba mumbi, she's a leader bali hapa chera ali ukukunshia wala sabaida. Mwadimu ishibafye Chela has been in ali hapo na kujio kukulande fya bupokula tukana bana mayo. So I don't think like we should validate fya landile ba mumbi, but we should just say as leaders they have to be careful so that we preserve our peace in Zambia. Inkondo kulwande fo yabukire fifini. Mwalimu na insurrection iliye alikuno ku USA. Yabukire shaniliya ku USA abantu bayire kujya ku parliament building kwambo kula toba. Nina nuwa filengere. Ni Trump. Bachi ne kuchina alanda techi bangu fili abantu. But Trump said something. Abantu bali makuja bambo kutobe fintu mwali. It was world news up to now. People are still in court over that. So as a leader, you can't say certain things. Kuchu waleka umunshi abantu baipayana. So my brother, I think apo mwila bika tukutana ba mumbi pale voi munishi mwala lufi abantu.
No, I understand your point.
Yeah.
So in as much as in able to fikire pano, and what has really compelled us in terms of leader to kwetemo, I won't say he's a leader, but I will say a politician that we had to put into power today actually. You know, the man, he has lost it and he has no direction now. He's moving according to the winds of the West End and his other counterparts, whom he calls himself that, no, I go and seek for investors. And I don't think like whatsoever that he's doing is trying to help the economy to be, you know, to be revamped, or either the mining sectors and other things to get back to its betterment, as in the country getting its place to where it's supposed to be, you know, because everything has been sabotaged. The judiciary, look at many things, of course. One, however, never adifwa Baba charging, it's a meta case, and it's just a clear picture that everyone can agree to say. Yeah, any meta case here, watched despite whatsoever, but because Vanina, ever in a never ever cashed a handle, what has she done? They have used the money, Bafuma today, and what are they going to? And how is the family of the same? Is it Simfukwe? How are they feeling today? You see, seeing this kind of news, but family. So some of these things, when the government is doing things, let it consider to say, this power that we're having today, no one lives forever. In as much as they want to behave as if they are the angels of today, more of them will be the worst.